Today we got this Hyundai Kona, and this is the year is this? This is 2019. My friend just bought it, and hatchback, and it has a service light on. So we're gonna be resetting the light on this. You'll see a separate video on that. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the car. We're gonna take out the oil, change the filter. It's all from the bottom, so if you need to get underneath the vehicle. So what I would suggest is you open this up a little bit and open up the cap. What that's gonna do is gonna ventilate air into the system. You can just leave it right there, and make sure you close this, because if you do not close any of these, you're gonna have a vacuum leak. This is gonna shoot out an oil product. This is gonna give you a check engine light because it will suck air through there. But anyways, we're gonna go up in the air and change the oil on this bad boy. This is a 16 valve. And we'll have an engine size over here somewhere. I believe this is a 2.0. But anyways, we're gonna change the oil and filter, and then my next video will be how to reset the light. Also, I will be changing the air filter and the engine and a cabin filter, so you'll get an idea how to do all of that. Here, and it's the same thing on the opposite side in the back, also in the front right there. Let's look at it from over here. So this is your lifting points right there, and just be careful when you're lifting your vehicle. You don't want to hurt yourself. It's can be very dangerous. Anyways, right down here you have your oil filter, and then you have a drain plug. So this is your drain plug. It's looks like a 19 millimeter. So let me match it up, and we'll drain the oil first, and then we'll take out the filter from right here. Matched up, you're gonna have a ratchet. This is a 3/8, and we're gonna turn it counterclockwise. And I do not have a bucket down here yet. Don't worry about that. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna loosen it up. So you put your ratchet on it, and you just yank. Oh, this is super tight. All right, give it a few looseness, and now I need to get my bucket so the oil can just shoot it into the bucket. It's lit up down here. It's gonna get a little bit dark, but let me fix my light to another position. There you go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply just turn it by hand and take out the drainer. There you go. The oil started to come down, and here's my drain plug. I'm gonna put this bucket down, and we're gonna clean off the drain plug, and then we're gonna give it good 20 minutes for all the oil to come out. So make sure you give it a good amount of time. And there you go. That's the oil coming down right there. All right. And make sure you always check the gasket here. This little O-ring, this washer, it's called the crush washer. This one looks pretty good, but if it thins out, change it. You should change it every oil, but the customer just got the vehicle, and good customer of mine, and this looks pretty good, so I'm gonna leave it alone. You can always buy another one and just swap it, pull it off. Sometimes you gotta cut this guy, especially on the Hondas, and get a new one, put that on, make sure it sits flush, and now we're just gonna sit and wait. We're gonna lock up the drainer after that and move on to the oil filter. Take out the filter. So this is the filter I'm using, a pure later. My light is so bright, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this oil, and we're gonna let this filter prime, because any filter that sits straight up, I do try my best. But if you don't want to, I don't see it's gonna harm anything, or if it will damage anything that quickly. Okay, so you give it a moment. The oil's gonna go down. While you at it, you want to take a little bit of oil, and you want to put it around that seal, okay? Because when it sits in there, it spins in there, it's gonna spin easily, freely, and it's not gonna stick, and it's gonna twist with the filter. Sometimes it will get crunched up. It will go. Give it some more oil. Give it a few times, because priming and meaning you're filling this filter up. Air bubbles are gonna come down. they're gonna come out from the bottom. So it should be good after once, twice, or 3 times. But this looks like it's gonna be pretty good after this. Still bubbling up, as you can see right there. Still bubbling up. And there you have it. And I'm still waiting for the oil to drain out, and then we'll lock up the drainer. Oil in there, and then it should be full. But let's go underneath the vehicle. I believe our oil has finished draining. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna simply take your drainer and you're gonna drainer on, turns, and then this is something I would suggest you hand tighten it. So now we're gonna go clockwise, okay? Hand tight. Once it's snug and you're all done, and I want you to wipe off the excessive oil, because that's something that you would get into your driveway or customer's driveway. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over to this section. This filter, you need a filter wrench, or you could do it probably by hand. But let's see if this one turns by hand. I guess not. One of these clamp tools here with the extension and ratchet. So this simply goes onto that filter, and then you're able to grab it on, but you need both hands. And once you have it on, all you do is you turn it. It's hard for me to get a visual of it, but let's put our bucket right down here. And you're still gonna have a spill of oil. You see that? There's gonna be oil coming out of this guy. So let's give it a moment. Your hands are gonna get dirty, but it's okay. So really quick, twist it, let the filter fall on your hand, and there you go. All right, I'm gonna clean up my hands, and meanwhile, oil can drain out of there. Where the filter is gonna sit, so you simply just take a rag and you wipe it all around. All right, you wipe it all around just like that, and then we're gonna go out there. I did prime this thing like 4 times, so there's our filter, and we primed it. And looks good. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna spin it on, okay? Just spin it on. The filter should grip it really good. And then I have the filter on. Just make sure you tighten it really good. It's gonna be hand tight, okay? Oh my God, there you go. Perfect. All right, do not use tools, because some tools can crack the filter. You don't want to over tighten, strip the filter. Wipe off the excessive oil. Double check your filter. I got a little bit of oil on the filter. Let's wipe that off. We're all done. So now the car's gonna come down, and we're gonna put the computer is saying 4.2 quarts of oil. We did put a little bit on the filter, so we might just check it, and then that's something you could do, put 4 and check it, but I might put a little bit more than 4 quarts. Cap, we took this off. What we're gonna do next is I am gonna get a funnel. A funnel is what you're gonna need to put over here. So you need 4 more quarts of oil in there, and then check it. If you need 4.2, check it and top it off. 4.2 quarts of oil. And if you don't know what type of oil you're gonna use a synthetic oil. 5W20 is written on this cap right there. Once that drains out, meaning by drain, it goes into the engine block. We're gonna open another bottle and let that oil in. All it takes is good half an hour to do a good oil change, And you could do it yourself. Usually I wouldn't rely on most mechanics because they want cars in and out. They'll leave a filter behind, though. Even though I am a mechanic, I shouldn't be saying such a thing, but some mechanics make us look bad. But do it properly, do it right. Do it yourself, DIY. And things can't go wrong, and saving yourself a little bit of money shouldn't be a bad thing. Alright, so after this, you can start the car, check for leaks. Nothing should leak down below. Sometimes if your filter seal is... I forgot to mention one thing. Let me go grab a filter. When you take out an old filter, this is the old filter, make sure this seal is not stuck behind it. That's why cleaning it would be one way to pinpoint there's something left behind. Cleaning it would be wiping it off. Sometimes this seal will, from the old filter will come out, but the seal will stay behind, and you put another filter. And I've seen mechanics do that because they're rushing. That has happened in my shop. But anyways, after that, you could start the car, check, let it run for a few seconds, and your oil should be up to the second dot right there with the engine off. Okay, you cannot check the oil with the engine running. But anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share and like. And don't forget to wipe off any excessive oil. I do like to clean these little guys right here if they're looking really bad. Even the seal right here. And don't forget to close the cap. Don't forget to push the dipstick back down, or you will have vacuum leak, misfire, lean cores, all kinds of crazy stuff. Thank you for watching, guys.